I want to thank the church for the donation they gave to the Kentucky Flood Relief and Recovery, to PD Baptist Association, to make it possible. I wanted to give you a report or a testimony on what your support has and is accomplishing. For a personal testimony, when I got saved, one of the first revelations to me was realizing how many times God had placed people, places, and events in my path to effectively mold me into who He wanted me to be. He still does every day. One of the things I've always struggled with, at one point I actually convinced myself that it was what helped make me good at what I did, was worry. Worry made me plan. Worry kept me alert. God does not want you to worry. Almost immediately after Kentucky's flood, the word went out that North Carolina Baptists on a mission teams that we were mobilizing. Administration kicks in, food services, laundry services, chainsaw crews are assisted with showers and bunk trailers. North Carolina Baptist on a Mission has several huge tool trailers, which actually are converted NASCAR trailers. Then mud out recovery crews start to respond. PD Baptist maintains our trailer and team, which is used weekly in the community for programs like our ramp ministry, but also in preparation for just such natural disasters. We made the call to go, and I made contact with the site director, Carrie Fleming, in Prestonburg, Kentucky. We established dates of last Sunday, 8/21, to this Sunday, today, 8/28, for bunk space and for work. I had heard from a chainsaw crew that a lot of areas had been difficult to access, and I asked Carrie, the director, what access was like for crews with trailers. He told me we didn't need to bring our trailer, that North Carolina Baptist men had the tools, and just bring ourselves and some hand tools, and they had all we would need. We had responded to other disasters in the past, and our trailers are our lifeline. We always rely on it. Carrie said, leave it at home. Our team was myself, Gary Davis, Frank Stooksbury, who's on our ramp, and Randy Connors, who we had worked with before at tornadoes in Greensboro and Lumberton and on Ocracoke Island. Monday first we met with Carrie, and my four-man crew would combine with another crew of 8 coming off another work order. So we had 12 men. We met at the site, and at the site, the home of Madonna Bates, a woman in her late 50s, sitting on a front porch in jeans, a t-shirt, boots and gloves. She dove right in, working side by side with us. The most important part of our mission is ministering to the victims. She was calm, collected, helpful, and seemed at peace. I asked her how she was, and she told me it was hard seeing the memories wash away. The house was a total gut. We literally took it down, took its walls down to its bones, removed floors all the way to the floor joist. The water had been 5.5 feet tall inside the house. Her energy and calmness was amazing. And when I asked her how, she said, I'm still alive. The house can be fixed. I prayed, and God sent me you guys. It took us 2 days to complete that house. Wednesday and Thursday, we did 2 smaller work orders with our 4-man crew and 2 volunteers. Both families were a little overwhelmed, but appreciative. Thursday, we met a brother and sister who recently had lost their mom. and it was tough going through their stuff. They expressed how their family had had roots in this valley for over 300 years. Our counsel is always to express that it's in Jesus' name. It was Jesus who sent us there. We're his hands and feet. By Wednesday, we had been hearing that the recovery ops in our site were closing out, and we were going to shut down. When we got back Thursday, Carrie met me in the parking lot and asked me to meet with the homeowner in the office. He was an elderly man who had been trying on his own to clear his home, and he was just overwhelmed. I assured him that we were there to help, and I told him we would be there in the morning at 8 a.m. Then Carrie gave me the work order. I had a 4-man crew. The house was similar to the one on Monday, with an added addition of clearing the basement of mud and removing all the ductwork and insulation. I talked to the crew. We had 2 days left to do what a 12-man crew had done in 2 days. Frank turned to me and said, "The Lord will provide. We'll do what we can." At dinner that night on Thursday, Carrie came over and said that another crew of 8 had just finished and would join us for Friday, but was leaving Saturday morning. Okay, we'll hit it hard tomorrow on Friday and do the best we can on Saturday. Friday morning at breakfast, a pastor with a volunteer group that was leaving that day walked up to me and said that they would help us till noontime. They had 13. Wow, now I have 25. My mind suddenly went into logistics. I'd start a crew in this corner bedroom. I'd start a crew in the bathroom. I had a crew working in the kitchen. I mud out in the basement and removing ductwork. The most important part of so many moving parts is safety. We didn't want anyone to get hurt. We met at the site, and the pastor opened with prayer. It was about an hour in. It was like a beehive. I had to stand back at one point just to breathe. I was literally standing there watching God work. One team finished and jumped in with another. The walls came down, another team started on the floors. Multiple people formed a chain at the door to move trash. It was a ballet. Pastor came to me about 11:30 and said he wanted to stop and have a prayer before they had to load up and leave. I looked around. I had some sweeping, and I had to do what they do is a shockwave spray to do yet, which was about a half hour's work for my 4-man crew. We had cleared 1,000 square feet in 4 hours. The homeowner stood, he cried with us, he prayed with us, and he praised. The Lord had provided. We returned to base, and Carrie told us that we closed out the last work order and that the site was closing. We showered, packed, said our goodbyes, and headed for home. On the way, it rained a little bit. As we crossed from the West Virginia line into Virginia, we came around a mountain road and into a valley. I saw the most beautiful rainbow I've ever seen in my life. It actually touched the ground. It was God's promise. He was always there. I said all that to say this: no matter what we worry, no matter what the obstacle or mountain or task stands in our way, no matter what hardship or pain comes our way, He is always there. The Lord will provide. I saw God 100 times last week. Thank you for the opportunity to serve.